Yes, this is a Lego mug. Welcome back to the Cool Fears channel. I'm your host, Jesse the Bat Madrigal, aka the Buff Collector. The information on this channel is intended for adult collectors and not children. And welcome to episode 11 of Coffee and Toys here on the Cool Fears channel. But first, if you're new, then welcome. This channel is all about cool action figures, analyzing them, hunting them, taking pics of them, and of course, playing with them. If that's your sort of thing, make sure you hit that subscribe button and make sure you hit that bell icon so you stay notified when I do upload new content. And if you do enjoy this video or any other content that I put out, please remember to give it a thumbs up. It really helps the channel grow and it's free and easy for you to do. With all that out of the way, guys, once again, welcome to episode 11 of Coffee and Toys. As you can see, it's been somewhat of a successful toy hunt week, or toy order week, I should say, because I didn't find any of these in stores. They all came to me via the internet, of course. So last week we had absolutely no new figures, which was a first here on the channel. Even from when I started my previous weekly podcast, my Toy News Toy Talk podcast, I always had new products on the table. But the previous week I just had nothing. There was just nothing out, nothing really releasing. I did happen to manage to go to a few Targets and Walmarts and didn't really find much. But this week is a bit of a different story, and it started off with the surprise right here with the Hazmat Batman. But we'll get into this week's toy haul soon enough. But first, I want to kind of go over some of the stuff we're going to talk about. We're going to definitely talk about that new Spider-Man trailer, guys. We have to talk about that. That thing. Ooh, okay, well, I'll save it for right now. As you can tell, I'm wearing my Mezco shirt because we have some great, amazing Mezco news. We're also going to be talking about, of course, the HasLab Rancor. And is it just me, guys, or has November flown by? I was watching TV the other day, and it was kind of like late at night, not much was on, so I just turned on the news to have it in the background as I was getting ready for bed, and the news anchor was like, oh, it's only 8 days till Thanksgiving. And in my mind, I was like, what? Did I hear that correctly? 8 days till Thanksgiving? And I had to literally just go on my phone real quick and see the date and count the days till, and yeah, 8 days till Thanksgiving, guys. Can you believe that? And then literally a month after Thanksgiving is fucking Christmas. So the year is pretty much over. So that's kind of weird how fast this last 2 months went by. And it's kind of weird how it went by so quickly for everybody. It's not like, oh, Tom, Dick, and Jane had a fast month or two, and then Sarah, Jane, and Jolly, I don't know, I'm making up names, guys, but, their month was slow. But it just seems like for everybody in general, their last 2 months were just flew by. But especially for me, since I've constantly been traveling. Thankfully, I've had the opportunity to travel to Maui and then to San Francisco, and then we went down to San Diego last week, or Carlsbad, and I did actually go to Legoland, which I have not been to in many, many years. So if you can't tell, this is a Lego cup, kind of the ones that you would hand to your Lego minifigures. But I thought that was a cool little mug, and I thought, buy it and use it for the podcast. It is kind of small. It doesn't carry too much coffee, which is why I have a refill container right here, because I can burn through coffee like a motherfucker. But anyways, guys, Legoland was fun and all, don't get me wrong. It brought back a lot of great memories because it opened about a year or two after I was born, or a few years after I was born. So I did go the first year it opened, and I went several more times after that because growing up, I absolutely loved Legos. So Legoland was even better. It was kind of like Disneyland, but for toys, so that was really cool for me. But it definitely has changed since then. I mean, I don't know if it was, 2020 and everything that happened, or if they had just been not really paying attention to their parks, because it seemed very neglectful. A lot of things were very dirty. It looks like they haven't even taken a hose to things. They haven't even just hosed things down to, get the dust and grime off them. But I had heard recently that they weren't owned specifically by the Lego company. The Lego company had sold the rights to their theme parks to an outside third-party company that was running Legoland for the past, 23, 22 years. And then I think last year, or in 2019, I think it was last year though, the Lego Corporation actually regained the rights by buying back the rights for the Legoland amusement park. And I'm hoping that they redo it and give us a lot more, because it's very lackluster. And I did see a lot of construction going on, so maybe it is going through that transitional phase where it's going to come back as a better and kind of somewhat of a new park. But a lot of their newer rides that they've introduced later on down the line throughout the years were actually closed, and a lot of just first day attractions were still open, it seemed like. So it was very odd. Like, they added these pirate boat rides, and you can splash people, shoot water cannons and whatnot, and that was closed. Their classic dragon coaster was closed. They just had a lot of things that were closed. It was just very odd. The majority of the stuff that was open was mainly for kids. So it was kind of a interesting visit to an amusement park. It was, like I said, very lackluster. I was very much expecting a lot more, and I hope, like I said, that the Lego Corporation, now that they have the rights to their amusement park, they put the money back into it and give us some better, better amusement park and better theme park, because I really want a good Legoland. I feel like that could be a really fun place to go and give, honestly, Disneyland some competition, because they do own, or they do have rights to other characters like Marvel and Star Wars. I don't think they can actually have like Star Wars and Marvel characters walking around, even though they have the rights to, have those characters in their Lego sets and whatnot. So it'll be interesting. But I feel like as long as their other rides work and are up to date and everything, I feel like it could be a really fun, great place in the future. But until then, we shall see. So let's go ahead, before we start into this week's toy haul and start talking about toys, let's talk about that Spider-Man trailer, guys, because we finally saw fucking Willem Dafoe's Green Goblin in all his 2002 glory. And my God, I got chills. I had tears just talking about it right now. I'm getting like, ooh, that was my Goblin. That was my favorite. I know people hate on it because of the suit. It looks tacky. I loved it. Like I said, here on the Cool Figures channel, my favorite color is fucking green, and that motherfucker was all green. So, of course, that was my favorite interpretation of the Green Goblin, and I absolutely loved it. So I'm super happy and ecstatic. Like, don't get me wrong, I was happy and excited when I saw, Doc Ock and the Doc Ock from Spider-Man 2 nonetheless. But when they announced that Willem Dafoe was coming back, I was, oof. Willem Dafoe is so great as an actor, and I really hope he gets his chance at taking a shot at the Joker, because I feel like he can be a great Joker. But that's just me. Let me know down in the comments below if you think Willem Dafoe can be a great Joker. But that Spider-Man trailer, guys, do you guys think that they're still hiding Toby and Andrew from us, or do you think we're just all going to be let down once we go to see the movie? Let me know down in the comments below. I'm not going to say anything. Just want to see what other people say, and we'll go from there. But yeah, guys, that trailer was just intense. It definitely shows the plot point, and a lot of the leaks were true. So if you've been following the leaks and stuff leading up to this movie, you'll have noticed that a lot of the leaks for the plot are true, in terms of like Spider-Man, finding out that all these villains died at the hands of Spider-Man, and he tries to change it by taking the square prison. That was all leaked months ago, and so now it's been confirmed. So if that's been confirmed, does that mean other leaks like Andrew and Toby are confirmed? But at the same time, I don't know. Marvel's always with that trickery and stuff. So let me know down in the comments below. Are you excited for Spider-Man No Way Home, or are you guys also expecting, Andrew and Toby to show up, or do you think it's all a tease and we're all going to get let down? Let me know down in the comments below. All right, so next up, let's talk about the Rancor, guys. Today, as of filming this podcast, it is Friday, so Hasbro just had their live stream today. Ooh, RIP Rancor, RIP, because after that live stream, instead of going up and gaining more traction and getting people excited, this thing actually lost backers. We actually hit the 4,000s. We were in the 5,000s, and now we're in the 4,000s. And I say that as if I backed it, but I didn't. But it is what it is, guys. I mean, give us stupid shit, you're going to get stupid shit, I mean, they're giving us carded, unique to this campaign, carded figures. Really? What the fucker is any, really? So I think honestly, everybody's just over Hasbro's bullshit and selling us bullshit. So this is kind of our way of saying fuck you, Hasbro, for everything that's been going on in terms of like all the bad sculpts, all this stuff. Giving us that Cantina set that's half a Cantina, then advertising that you can buy two separate Cantinas and put them together, but then limiting it to only one Cantina per person. Like, what kind of bullshit is that? I mean, in my opinion, the first Black Series HasLab should have been something else. I know some people were clamoring and happy and excited for the Rancor, but all 4,000 of you just need to quiet down now, because as you can see, nobody else fucking wants the Rancor besides a select few. Because as much as like the aliens are a part of the Star Wars universe, I mean, there's so much more we could have gone in a HasLab for the Black Series. My biggest thing, I was hoping for a playset, and I think that would have done a lot better, but that's just my opinion. Or maybe even, X-Wing, Luke's X-Wing, for the Black Series. That would have been really cool. They've already done the Hoth Snowspeeder, and so that wouldn't have been, but I don't know. There's other things that could have been done, and I think even just in the handling of this, I mean, the first tier to 13,000, you're gonna give us bones that you can buy off eBay for $15.99 and just throw around, that somebody 3D printed, so that was a weak offering. And then the background was another weak offering, because who's really going to display it with that giant background? They're barely going to be able to display the actual Rancor on a shelf, let alone with a giant sprawling background. So that's another thing. And then we've already gone to Gamorrean Garden so many times. We've already gone to Luke different times, and they've said the Luke and the Salacious Crumb are just, the packaging is just unique to the campaign. So we're obviously going to get these figures later on down the line. Obviously, they just announced the Salacious Crumb in the Creatures Pack, so that's probably the same one. And we're going to get a Mando Luke soon, because SH Figure Arts just announced their Mando Luke. So of course Black Series has to, give us their version of Mando Luke. And so that's basically going to be the one that they're giving us with the Rancor. So it's not like you're really missing out on much besides the actual giant Rancor. And if you don't have the space like me, and if you don't have the dioramas like me to shoot a giant figure that size, in terms of like Star Wars, like I can do like a giant monster in the street of New York or LA, because I have street scene dioramas and stuff like that. But in terms of like Star Wars dioramas, it's very limited on my terms. So you have to be someone that has the capabilities to build a giant diorama around that thing, and it's just not, I don't think there's that many people. So unfortunately, I wholeheartedly believe that the Rancor will not get backed. But if it does happen to manage to get backed in those last few hours and stuff, I'll admit I was wrong, don't get me wrong, but I personally believe that it will not get backed. But let me know down in the comments below, did you back it? Are you excited? Are you not backing it? Let me know. What do you think? Do you think it's going to go to production, or do you think it's going to fall through like Cookie Monster and all the other HasLabs that didn't make it? So yeah, guys, with that being said, let's go ahead and move on to one more piece of thing. And so last week I did say I was going to start moving things around my room. So I am going to try, and I'm really heavily emphasizing try, to film a room tour either tonight or tomorrow during the day sometime. It's not complete. I have a lot of stuff missing and miscellaneous because I was shooting, and if you're a toy photographer, you're always pulling stuff off your displays and whatnot, and that's one of the things for me, is like I pull stuff off my displays and I forget to put them back, and I get too lazy to put them back. But I need to clean, so I'm gonna pull stuff off. I'm gonna rearrange some stuff, redo some stuff. Like I said, I'm gonna move some posters around on this area, put some stuff up here so I can hang some helmets. So I want to do a room tour review for you guys before I do that. Not just for you guys, but also just for me, so I can remember what this looked like before I started making all the adjustments. Because I also do want to add another shelf right here, and potentially right here above my TV. We'll see, but those are the plans. Hopefully I can execute them and get it done, but I guess we'll see. And honestly, if I put a shelf right there, I can put the top half of the street scene there, and then I'll have a full shelf there, and then because those ones are short and they would fit. Oh no, no, because once you elevate it. Okay, I'm just thinking out loud. I'm sorry, guys. I ramble and I start thinking, and once if I don't think this out right now, I'm gonna forget. So I'm gonna have to write this down. But anyways, guys, I would kind of do want to do a room tour for you guys and myself before I start changing things around, before I start moving things around, because as you can see, even behind all the stuff that I have on display, you can't see the colors of my wall because I have literally posters just plastered head or floor to ceiling all over my room, and it's been like that before I started collecting. In fact, that's what I did before. I collected a lot of posters, musical posters mainly. There's a few Spideys right here. I got Batman over here. I got Boba, Shredder. But those are some really new additions. Well, I say new for some of them, but like the Spider-Man and Batman back here, I don't know if you guys can see it on camera or not, but they're actually like the old milk ads where they have like the mustache and stuff, and it's all laminated. My aunt gave me those because she knew I loved those heroes and stuff, so that was a gift from way back in the day. But yeah, most of it is like music stuff and stuff because when I was in high school, I was really into rock and roll, and I still am, but like that was my life and stuff. So, but now it's all toys, and toys are starting to cover stuff up. So I'm gonna maybe move some stuff around, rearrange things, maybe hang this other stuff that I just have on shelves. Once I move stuff around and whatnot, I don't know, make some adjustments and whatnot. But like I said, I'm gonna try to film a room tour tonight after I go to the gym because after I'm done with this, I gotta hit the gym. Don't miss your fucking gym sessions, guys. And then I can come back and do that or sometime tomorrow, hopefully. So, anyways, guys, with all that out of the way, let's start talking about this week's toy haul. I was going to start talking about the news, and I totally forgot that we haven't even discussed this week's toy haul. So, yeah, guys, as you can see, it was a pretty decent toy haul. And it's, like I said, it started off with getting a surprise visit from this guy and also one of the arcade systems over there. But this guy came out of nowhere. I was actually, like I said, going to San Diego. I was literally about to walk out my door. I was loading up my car. I was putting my bags in my car. And I almost stepped on him because the Amazon guy just left him there. And I don't care. I'm an open box collector, so. But I'm just glad I didn't step on him. And I was like, what the heck are these things? And I opened it up, and lo and behold, it's the new Hazmat Batman. And I was like, oh shit. And I was like super surprised because I didn't get a shipping notification. I didn't get like it's out for delivery notification or anything like that. So I was like really surprised, but happy to get it. And this thing, I have to admit, is really fucking cool. And I definitely still want the gold label version because it has the light up bat emblem. But I feel like, or I don't feel, but like in the promotional pics, it looks like it has more weathering to it and whatnot. So it does have a slightly different look to it. And I'm a Batman fan. I mean, I'm not gonna try to sugarcoat it. Give me any and all Batmans, and I'll take them. I have two Batman Beyonds, one of each version, and I have this one, and I'll have the, So I love Batman. I love these figures, So I'm gonna buy each and every single version, apparently. So I don't. Although I'll be honest, I haven't bought each and every version of Batman that he's released, but the majority, yes. But anyways, guys, so we did get this guy, and he's super cool. I absolutely love him. My review is actually already up for him, so if you want to check it out, go ahead and check it out on my page. But next up, what came with this guy was actually one of these arcade systems, but I'm going to go ahead and just pull both of them up because I actually went ahead and bought another one after I bought these guys. And honestly, I shot them this week, and they were kind of a letdown. I think it's just the decals on the sides. I think I just need to print out some old school decals for like arcade games like this, which I've already looked up and found, and just take these crappy stickers off and just lay them in there, and better screens because that looks like shit too. And then I could probably make them look a lot nicer and better. So. But the cool thing about these things is they do actually open up in the back right here, and they do come with a few accessories. So the back, you can flip it out and make it a gun rack right there, so that's pretty cool. But you do get this like disco frag grenade with it, so that's cool. You do also get this like projectile plunger. I don't know, guys. I don't play Fortnite. I was around when it first came out. Obviously, I'm still around, but I was playing and young when it first came out, and all my friends were playing it. But I just could not get into it. So, and I was like already on the way out from playing like Call of Duty and everything else just in general. So, let alone playing a new video game that looked all cartoony and kiddish, and I was out. So, I'm sorry if I don't know any of these things, but these arcade systems are 1/12 scale, and I totally meant to bring my Gomez here so you can see. But in my review, I'll put some figures next to it so you can see the comparison in size and whatnot. But it does also come with a 50 cal sniper rifle. So, like I said, this does flip out and it does turn into a gun rack, so you can just hang. Whoops, this one's kind of hard because it's like spiked, but I guess not. You can hang the 50 cal at least. So, and then I guess you can put it in this way, and then oops, there we go. You have your gun rack. So this one opens up as well. Obviously, they're both the same, and it comes with a few actually better accessories. It comes with like a little mini machine gun, larger machine gun with a bent barrel, but they're actually pretty well detailed, I have to admit, and as well as this blue drink thing. I want to say it's life, but I cannot be sure, like extra health and whatnot. But yeah, it's really cool, and I do think these would fit like 1/12 scale figures. I mean, they don't look that much, they don't look that out of proportion if you look in Batman's hand. So, I mean, we'll see. I could potentially use them in other things, but I think they can fit because this guy actually came with a pair of pistols right here, and we will talk about more in depth about these things, but just keep in mind that he came with those. So that is the arcade right there, and like I said, you do get this gun rack. So let's go ahead and add our other guns to the gun rack. Let's get our 50 cal to fucking stay first. There we go. 50 cal stays. Now we got a full gun rack right there. Go ahead and put the extra life on top. It is slanted like an arcade, so I don't think it's going to stay. There we go. Put it upside down. Put the grenade right. Put the plunger. You would think the plunger would stay easily. There we go. Alright, now that everything's up, we'll go ahead and put this one facing this way. So yeah, guys, up next, I did happen to find this guy in stores. Now, I'm not into Fortnite and in particular any of these figures, really, to be honest. But I am into weightlifting, obviously, as my name says. I'm the buff collector, and I am also a NPC classic physique bodybuilder competitor, so I am very much into fitness. I am also a personal trainer for my job, so as you can tell, I am into fitness, and I've been wanting a gym set for my 1/12 scale figures for a long time, and when they announced this, I knew I had to have it. Unfortunately, they had to paint it in like the worst colors ever. Thankfully, my friend Robert has agreed to paint these things more realistic colors for me. So he does come with a dumbbell as well as this gigantic barbell and plates right here, which is super cool. I cannot wait to shoot it with like Street Gomez, Batman, Superman, just different stuff like that. I think it's gonna be really fun and cool to use. So he not only comes with the bar and stuff, he also comes with a full bench and everything, which is super cool. But once again, it's in this weird gold color, and I don't know, like the bench itself can stay this color, but this I don't really care for. And the towel, I don't care that it's pink, really. I really couldn't care less, but I do care that you don't put the towel down here, rather you put it on your head. So yeah, apparently nobody at I don't know if this is Jazzwares or Hasbro. I don't know, I should have probably looked at the box, but whoever's there, they don't really work out, so they don't really know where to put the towel, but it's okay. It's still a really cool gym set for your 1/12 collection if you are wanting one for that. So super cool. So he does also come with this little ball of yarn that you plug into his back. He does come with a pair of fisted hands, which is really cool. A pair of daggers, as well as this pistol that I showed you, which actually I feel like would actually fit really well in with Jason Todd or Red Hood, you know what I mean? So if you're looking for guns for your Red Hood, I think these would be perfect. You just have to paint them up and you'll be good. Last but not least, he also does come with this assault rifle for taking care of dogs, apparently, because he's a cat. But one thing I didn't notice about this guy is his head does pop off and you can fit other figures' heads on. So I'm probably going to put another figure's head on here and probably get rid of this cat head. Not too sure yet what figure I'm going to put on there, but we'll see, because it's a pretty buff big body, so I feel like I can still utilize the body and everything for like other toy photography needs and whatnot, for like a filler character, bad guy, or anything else like that. So we'll see what I can come up with him, because it's never good to waste a toy, guys, even if you just buy it for the accessories. So next up, we do have two more things right here. And last week I did say I knew for a fact we were going to have something here on the table, because I knew I knew these girls were coming in this week, because I had already got the notification and confirmation and shipping stuff from GameStop. So this is the brand new Power Rangers Lightning Collection, Yellow Power Ranger and Scorpina. I had to look because I didn't know if it put the name of the girl that's under the helmet, because this is not Trinity or Trini. I know it's Trini, guys. I'm sorry. This is the second Yellow Ranger that came after her, but I know they just announced the re-release for Trini, and I could have pre-ordered her, but I figured this way I get a Yellow Ranger, which I still need, and Scorpina to add to my villains collection next to it. So it's a win-win, and I never really display them without the helmet, so to me, it doesn't really matter what the alternate head sculpt is with these characters or with these Power Ranger figures are, because I always just display them with the helmet on, and if I take pics, it's going to be with the helmet on as well. So yeah, guys, this is actually this week's unboxing, but we have two unboxings, because we also have this deceased Batman statue, which is really cool, by Diamond Select. It's one that I've been wanting for a long time. I did read the miniseries that it's from, and I absolutely loved it, and I love the premise of the statue, which I will actually explain what it is right now. But yeah, I've been wanting it for a while, but it's $50, and recently I saw it went down to $40, and so I was like, perfect, you know, I think this one's worth $40, so I went ahead and picked it up. So we're gonna go ahead and open this one up first, because I have opened it up already, but I just went ahead and put it back in. But I figured, why not open two things for you guys on this week's episode? You know, the more the better. The more the merrier, right? So with that being said, let's go ahead and crack this baby open. But first, I'm going to show you the front. Let me see if I can get it up. And as I show you the front, I'm going to read the description on the back. It says, "What happens to the world's finest if the world ends? With death spreading across the planet, who will live and who will turn into this apocalyptic tale of heroism and sacrifice? Fighting time, each other and all of humanity, Earth's greatest heroes must rally together for what may very well be their last chance to save the world from the most terrible plague humanity has ever seen. The anti-life equation has been released and is ravaging the world at the viral speed of social media. Once exposed, victims lose their minds, violently attacking all around them. The heroes of Earth are fighting a losing battle to save the world and themselves." This gallery diorama of Batman is based on his appearance in the DC Comics DC. So yeah, guys, that's basically the backstories of the DC's multiverse, or not multiverse, but micro comic series. Spoiler alert, they basically lose the battle and they just go to Earth 2. I was so disappointed with their solution. Basically, all the heroes die, and like Superman's son and Batman's son become Superman and Batman, and they're just like, well, this world's fucked, let's go to world 2. So yeah, apparently there's a world right next to theirs that can inhabit humans, and it's identical and everything. It was such a cop-out. It was honestly a great lead-up to a big letdown, in my opinion. But there is one positive that we got. So in the comic, which I was really mad about because I think it happened in like issue 2, Batman actually gets infected, unfortunately. And so, you know, he's on a ticking clock. But in order to slow it down, Batman, being Batman, knowing everything and honestly just being awesome, figures out that if he puts on Mr. Freeze's suit, it would slow down his blood and his heart rate and his metabolism enough from the cold to allow him to live a little longer without turning into a zombie. Sorry guys, I had to cut that. This thing was just stuck on something, and it was like, I had to figure out what it was stuck on because it just wasn't coming out. So here's the statue. Like I said, it is Batman wearing Mr. Freeze's suit to slow the poison and the anti-life equation down so that he does not turn as quickly. But unfortunately, there does come a time when he does turn, and sorry about that, guys. He does turn and looks like this. Now, unfortunately, we do have to watch Alfred take a shotgun to this Batman as well. Spoiler alert, sorry. But yeah, this thing is just super awesome, and I cannot believe I finally have it. Like I said, it's been one I've been wanting since they first announced it, and I did resist the urge to pre-order it. It went out of stock, it went up in price, and then I finally got it for $40, so I'm super happy I waited. But as you can see, it has the shattered glass from the dome right here. It has the shattered jars right there. Batman in the Mr. Freeze suit, just super cool and unique. Like, where else, what other Batman statue looks like this? None. It's a zombified Batman and in a villain suit, so super cool. I absolutely love it, and like I said, I am going to be rearranging stuff most likely this weekend, but if I don't, or if I do, I'm going to try to make it so that this guy's a little more accessible, and maybe add him to the table if I can. Nah, probably not, because he does take up a lot of space, and as you can see, we're already tight on space here, so I am going to display him. But yeah, super cool, super happy to finally have this guy. So yeah, guys, super awesome, super happy to have him. So next up, of course, let's go ahead and open this up. So go ahead and show you the front, show you the back. So I just happened to not open it this week because I kind of got lazy, and so eventually I just kind of figured I'd wait till this episode to open it up. So not only one figure, but technically three in a sense, because you have two in this one and one here. So it's a big week for this channel, I guess you can say. But anyways, guys, yeah, I'm super excited to have this because, as I stated before, I'm not collecting every single Ranger in the Lightning collection, but I am collecting the ones that I grew up with and I remember growing up with and watching. And I did, of course, grow up watching the classic Mighty Morphin, Power Rangers. So I do want to have the classic lineup. I do have Kimberly on pre-order, and I just need to get Zach, and I will have all the classic Rangers. And then I do need to pre-order the pig, and I also need to order the eye monster and the fish monster, but we'll get there when we get there. Right now, I'm more concerned about collecting the main teams that I grew up with, and they just announced the first Wild Force Ranger, so I'm super happy to finally be collecting that line. I'm still waiting for Ninja Force. That's my favorite besides Time Force, and they've already given us a Red Ranger from Time Force, so if they could give us a red, blue, or yellow Ranger from Ninja Force, be super happy and excited. Anyways, guys, let's go ahead and get into this unboxing. So open it up right here. Super nice and easy. And I was gonna make a TikTok with this, but it's a lot of work. I'd rather open it up for you guys right here. So here's a look at the box while it's empty. I don't know if I showed you guys the back, but there it is. Go ahead and throw that over there so it's out of the way. So throw that there. Go ahead and show you a tray shot. Right there you see all the great accessories they both come with, and that's what I do like about the Power Rangers Lightning collection, is that they do come with a lot of great accessories, and for the price that you pay, it's super great, especially compared to Hasbro's Black Series line. So that's just my opinion, but you can agree or disagree with me all you want, but when you get as much stuff as you get for these characters versus what you get for Black Series at the same price point, kind of self-explanatory in that sense. But let's go ahead and just take their main weapons out so that, let's see, oh yeah, I'll take these ones out. Whoops, the other one out. And I actually have another Power Ranger coming in soon. I haven't gotten the shipping notification, but I have gotten the notification from GameStop that it will be coming soon and to be ready and to be expecting it. So hopefully she'll come in soon. I kind of gave it away by saying she, but it could be any female Ranger, so not really. But I'm trying to figure out how she holds this because it's very awkward and doesn't really have a handle, but I think no. Which seems odd because I feel like she would slice her hand, but it is what it is, I guess. Let's pose them up. So her hair does somewhat. Ooh. So her hair does get in the way. Like you can literally turn her whole body because her hair gets caught right there. So that's one thing, but I do want her to be looking this way. I want her arm to go up like that. Wide stance, thigh cut, boot. Right there. Sorry, guys. I always have fun posing toys. That's always the funnest part. The shitty part is when you pose them up, take all the time, and they just fall over right when you're about to take the pics. That's when it hurts. I'm sure all you toy photographers know about that. So let's go ahead and pose her up. Really hope I should probably just this way. See here. Almost got her. Okay, I think I'll figure something out. Put her right there, lean her back. And of course, you can't forget the Yellow Ranger. Super excited to finally have the full team for these guys. The Pink Ranger, like I said, I do have on pre-order, and I just need to get the Black Ranger, so almost there, but alright, so she's all ready to take her on, so although her arm is a little... Oh, there we go. Oof. A little tight there, Hasbro. Feeling like a NECA figure. But still good articulation, so just have to pose her up. There we go. And now we have Yellow Ranger versus Scorpina. I guarantee you at some point in the rest of this episode, Yellow Ranger's going to take the topple, fall off the table. But before that happens, let's try to get through the rest of the show. So yeah, guys, that is this week's toy haul. Super excited to start shooting some of these. Like I said, this guy's review is already up. I'm not quite sure when the rest of these will be up, as I do have other ones planned for this week. And hopefully more to come in this coming week. But we'll see. So with that being said, let's go ahead and get into this week's news. Now, I know I am wearing my Mezco shirt, and I am super excited to talk about Mezco, but NECA did beat them out this week very, very slightly, because they showed us finished product images of the brand new Back to the Future 1985 Doc Brown, and we're getting a clipboard, a remote, a revolver, gloved arms, and an alternate head. And may I say, this guy looks immaculate. I don't know what it is about Christopher Lloyd's face, but they got it spot on, and his characterisms and everything that he does with his face, his quirky faces and everything just look amazing translated to the figure. So super happy and excited for this figure. Cannot wait to get it. It's been the figure that I've been wanting since they announced the line, and they're finally giving it to us after a 55 doc and a 2015 doc. So super happy to have a 55, a 2015, and now an 85 doc in the near future. It did say that they're going to start shipping in April 2022, which is perfect because my birthday is in that month. So super excited about that. Like I said, that did hedge out Mezco and being the first thing to talk about, because I could not wait to talk about that, because like I've stated before, Back to the Future is in my top 5 favorite movies, and Christopher Lloyd is just an amazing actor. He was spot on as Doc Brown, and he's just funny as fuck and just a great actor and a great person, and I love Back to the Future, so that took the cake. So are you guys excited? Are you guys as excited as I am for 1985 Doc, or is it a pass for you guys? I understand that this line isn't actually for everybody. I've heard a lot of Back to the Future fans actually saying this line isn't for them. I don't know why, because we've never even had Back to the Future figures before, in my opinion, or at least good ones, more detailed ones in this sense. I mean, obviously there's been the Hot Toys and all that, and the ones that cost like $200, $300, $400, but for the price point that we're getting, the about $35 with tax and everything. We're getting really good figures, so I'm super happy about them, and I cannot wait to see what else they give us in the line. I did say there was some leaks back in the a few weeks ago, that there was going to be two new ultimates being released, and another thing that was $100. And obviously, the first ultimate being the 1985 doc, and the next one being the Griff from 2015. Super excited for both of them. Cannot wait. So, waiting to see when they're going to announce when Griff will start to ship. But until then, we know that at least an 85 doc is coming in 2022 of April. So, with that being said, let's move on to, of course, Mezco. So, honestly, I am in a great mood with Mezco right now because I was on a wait list and I was approved for a figure. So, I was waitlisted on the new Mezco Summer Con 2021 High Rollers box. It was up for over 24 hours, and I was contemplating for each and every single one of those. And when I finally decided, I was like, you know what? Even if I don't like it, if I change my mind, by the time I get it, I can just resell it either for face value or even just a little bit more, and it's not even that big of a deal. And then I was like, you know what? So I'm gonna buy it. I went to click buy it, and of course, it said waitlist, and I was just like, fuck. Of course, just my luck. So, of course, I signed up for the waitlist. I was like, you know what? Fuck it. I'm just gonna sign up, and it was like literally like the hour that it turned into the waitlist. So I was one of the first. Hopefully, I'm thinking. And months passed, and I kind of forgot. I did notice on the shipping notifications that they were gonna be sending that out later on, instead of closer to October. It was supposed to ship in October, but now it's gonna be shipping November, December. So I totally forgot about it, to be honest, and I was like, I didn't get it, and then I got a notification that they charged my card for it. So super excited that that should be showing up soon, sometime in the next week or two. It says processing. It has not shipped yet, so soon, hopefully. But that is not the only Mezco news we have this week. Of course, if you are in the know with the Slugfest Emporium, you would have seen that they dropped a advent calendar for the 12 days of Christmas. Now, there has been a lot of rumbling about the price and what you get and blah blah blah, but come on, guys, it's Mezco. What do you guys expect? It's higher end collectibles. This isn't a McFarlane toy. This isn't a Black Series. That you do get what you pay for at this point. And it really, like, with the way prices are going with everything, guys, in my opinion, you're better off putting your money there than here if you really had to pick and choose. Now, I do understand that the figure itself that comes with the advent calendar, Cousin Eddie, isn't for everybody, but it looks like a fun, quirky character, which you can utilize for a lot of things. So I'm excited to have it and play around with it, and also all the fun, cool stuff that comes in the advent calendar. Aside from it, now I know a lot of people are saying, "Well, there's too many grubs and whatnot," but it is what it is. Obviously, they're gonna throw in some filler stuff. Every advent calendar is gonna have some filler stuff, but you do get a full, Rumble Society figure. You're gonna get a 5 points Red Death Doc Knock. So Golden Head Gomez right here will be getting a buddy soon enough. And then I believe in the High Roller box, you also get the 3 Pink Skull 5 points. So he may be getting a little more friends than we can, or he may be getting a little more friends. Let's just leave it at that. What was I thinking? Oh, yeah, the advent calendar. Sorry, guys, I lost my train of thought. So we do get 3 grubs with it. So, I mean, yeah, people are complaining about the price point, but a normal Rumble Society figure will cost you on the low end $75. Okay, 5 points, what, 20? So you're at $95 right there. The metallic gold head. I've seen the head sculpts for the clan or the Gomez of Death heads going for like $70 or $90. So let's just say Mezco wants to charge you $25. You're at $105, or I'm sorry, $95. 115, 120, right around there. But you also get a bunch of other stuff, which is really cool. So let's go ahead and talk about what you get. You get 3 grubs. You get one with a flocked red shirt. You get one that's kind of like Santa Claus. And you do, of course, get an elf for the whole Christmas theme. You do get a pair of, or not a pair, but a trio of 3 headphones for your Mezco figures, which is really cool. I don't really know what I'm going to use them for yet, but there can be plenty of fun to do with these things. You can do so many things. You maybe have someone walking with them on and not realizing that they're getting snuck up behind, and behind them is Doc Knock, or Black Skulls, Pink Skulls, anything you want. So I think that could be fun. You do get one metallic Gomez head, which is green and red eyes, which, like I've said here on the Cool Figures channel, green is my favorite color. So, of course, I am all in for that. I am super all in for that. Like I said, you do get a 5 points red death Doc Knock with it, which looks really cool, and I cannot wait to give this guy a buddy right here. You do get a tactical vest and belt. The belt is new, but the tactical vest is the one you got in the stitch or cut and stitch pack, but it is in camo as opposed to black, which I'm kind of just like, I personally don't like camo. I like black, but it is what it is. I'll take it because I did miss out on the cut and stitch pack, so I don't even have the black version. So it is what it is. You do get some 3D punching effects, which is really cool because I think these Mezco figures can really use those and really look cool using them. You do get the gold coins and the case as well. This 1/12 scale gold coins and a case that we have not seen before, so keep that in mind. A unique accessory that we may see more down the line, but since up to now we have not seen it. We do get a scarf. This time around it's black opposed to the red one that we've gone with the Ronin Wolverine, as well as the Street Gomez and Agent Gomez, as well as a Santa hat. So if you do have the Agent Street or Ronin Wolverine, you can use the red scarf with the Santa hat, because I don't really know why they gave us a black one, seeing that as it's Christmas. I would have made more sense with a green scarf, but maybe they just wanted to give us a scarf that we can use year round with our Mezco figures, so that works too. Don't get me wrong, because I have plenty of red scarves. And last but not least, you of course get Cousin Eddie. He of course comes with 4 alternate hands and a bottle accessory, and I always love the little stop motion animations that Mezco does for these things for their releases. If you haven't checked it out, go ahead and check it out on their Instagram, TikTok, YouTube. It's all over. It's really fun, it's really cool, and yeah, it actually got me really hyped for this advent calendar. I've never actually bought an advent calendar, but this one got me super hyped. I'm super excited, even though I know what's coming in it. I'm still super excited about it, and that's the thing. A lot of people were like, well, should it have been a surprise or not? But honestly, I'm glad it wasn't a surprise, but I wish also they wouldn't have spoiled everything. I wish they would have at least showed us Cousin Eddie, the main thing that we're getting, but then also been like, oh, it's random 5 point and a random cut cloth soft good accessory, a random this, just like a little more randomness in it. But then of course you'd have the people pissed, blah blah blah. But that's just me. I would have been happy with this box regardless of what came in it, because honestly what comes with it is pretty cool for me. So super excited to get this in hand. They've already processed it as well, so should be getting it in within the next 1 or 2 weeks. I did want to bring something to your attention, or a channel up to your attention. If you are into Mezco and Mezco collecting, you should definitely check out the toy page. I'll write the name down here below. I recently found this guy's YouTube, and he just does a lot of cool Mezco stuff, just talks a lot of Mezco, and I love Mezco. And so if you love Mezco, he loves Mezco, I love Mezco, go check his page out. He's really cool, really chill guy. He does a weekly live stream on Fridays on his Instagram with another Mezco photographer collector, Jason Beal, I believe. I'll write his Instagram down here below, which I'm sure many of you already follow, because he's a famous, or at least Instagram, well, he is a well-known photographer in the toy photography community, so you probably already follow him, probably already know him, or you've at least seen his work already. But if you didn't know that was him, you can follow him down below. They do a weekly live stream on Instagram. I was actually watching it before coming and filming my weekly podcast, but I had to get it done because I have to go to the gym and try to film that room tour for you guys tonight. So I had to stop watching it. Unfortunately, I totally lagged all day today. Stuff kept coming up, and I kept having to put off filming this. And I even contemplated going to the gym and then coming back and filming this. But I figured, get this done, go to the gym, and then I can relax a bit, or, like I said, film a room tour for you guys. So check his page out. Like I said, I will definitely be going and checking out his live stream. It will most likely be over by the time I'm done and going to the gym. So I'll definitely check it out and watch it while I'm working out. But with that being said, we of course have to move on to Super 7. Last week they teased the TMNT van, of course, and this week, well, they solicited it, and of course my guess was right. I said anywhere from like $350 to $500, and it was $450 or $4.99 on Big Bad Toy Stores. So, yeah, guys, it's an easy pass for me. Like, $500. Fuck that. I'm sorry, but I'm not that big of a 80s TMNT fan. Now, if they came out with the 2003 one, we may be having a completely different discussion right here, right now, because I'd buy that shit. But those of you that grew up in the 1980s and grew up with this show and love this show like that, I'm sure you guys are into it. Although I have talked to a few 1980s fans and collectors, and they're passing on this because of the price point and waiting for NECA to announce theirs. NECAs will most likely be in the 2 to 250 range, which is literally half the price of what this would cost you. So if you're on the fence and you don't think it's worth the price and you'd rather wait for the NECA one, I wouldn't argue with you, and I wouldn't, I'd say that's the safe thing to do. But it is what it is. Let's see how it does. But yeah, guys, are you buying into the Super 7 TMNT van? Let me know down in the comments below. But next up, we're going to go ahead and talk about McFarlane really quick because they did show off their Gotham Knights figures. I personally just am not into like the whole Bat family, as I stated before. As you can see, I got Batman, and I got Robin right there, but it was just kind of like a buy to complete the wave and everything. But I got Batman. I love Batman, and so the side characters are cool and all when they interact with Batman, but when the side characters are there and Batman's not, guess who else isn't there? So, but that's just my opinion on Gotham Knights and stuff. But the figures, I mean, if you like them, you like them. If not, then you can pass. I'm not too big on this Red Hood. I have to admit, this Red Hood doesn't do it for me, and which is really sad because, like I said, I do have these extra pistols now, which can actually fit them. But now that I think about it, I am getting the Red Hood from the Three Jokers, and he needs pistols. So, yeah. So I'm definitely going to get Robert to paint these up as well with the gym set. So that way my Red Hood can have some pistols. So yeah, guys, that is all the McFarlane news this week. Surprisingly, usually he has a lot more news to talk about, but that's it. Last but certainly not least, we have to talk about some Star Wars. Oh, actually, there's two more things we have to talk about. First, we have some Star Wars to talk about. They did release some images of completed versions of the new Black Series Death Watch figure, and man, does this guy look beefy. This guy looks amazing. I cannot wait to get like 8 to 10 of these because, man, this guy looks so cool. And I just need to army build this guy. This guy just looks so fucking cool. And like I said it before, I am a big fan of the Mandalorians here on the Cool Fairs channel. That's the first thing on my tier of fandom in terms of Star Wars stuff is Mandalorians. And I kind of lump clones in there as well because, their suits, their armors are very similar to Mandalorians. And obviously Jango is Mandalorian. They're Mandalorian in a sense. Well, not really because they're clones, but I put Mandalorians and clones and then Jedis and then everything else, starships and droids and creatures and everything else below it. But what I'm trying to say is I absolutely love Mandos. I have obviously I have Mando's helmet down here. I have Boba's helmet there. I have the Death Watch helmet, which, like I said, I don't have in this room right now because I have no space to put it. But that's why I'm going to put those helmet stands up there, which are just towel racks, FYI, and make space so that I can bring it in. Yeah, so I'm super excited about that. They also did show off the Ahsoka Tano from the Mando. If I find her, I find her. If I don't, not a big deal to me. I'm not saying I don't like her. I absolutely love her character in the Clone Wars. I'm super hyped for the Ahsoka series, but I just, the way the prices are and everything, I really have to pick and choose what I want to add to my collection. And I'd rather add 8 to 10 Death Watch Troopers than one Ahsoka, to be honest. I'd rather take the money that I'd spent on Ahsoka and add another Death Watch Trooper to my collection. That's just me. Like I said, Mandalorians, Jedi. That's just my opinion because my occasional co-host, Chris, he's his droids, Jedi, clones. So everybody has their different lists and everything. But like I said, with the price of plastic going up, and especially with Hasbro giving us more or giving us less for more, I'm going to be very picky and choosy on what I pick and what I get. So, but this Death Watch Trooper just looks amazing, and that's all I've heard from the community. And obviously we're going to be getting that actual Mando from the Mandalorian show as well pretty soon on this body, so super hyped on that too because, like I said, give me all the Mandos. So with that being said, we do also get some in-hand looks at the droids. Target exclusive Boba Fett. I do have this guy on pre-order, so I should probably check my Target app to see when they're expecting to ship it out, because if people are starting to get in-hand looks and stuff, they should be shipping soon. And last but certainly not least, SH Figuarts. I mentioned this earlier, did solicit, or not solicit, but they showed off pictures of their Mandalorian Luke and Mandalorian Moff Gideon. I'm not going to put a picture of Moff Gideon because I'm not really going to touch upon him, but because I don't really talk about SH Figuarts here, because I don't really collect SH Figuarts here. However, this Luke looks really good in my opinion. I think he looks way better than any Luke we've ever gotten in the Mandalorian, or I'm sorry, in the Mandalorian, in the Black Series line. And with Mark Hamill's face just being one of those that are just very tricky to capture on action figure form, they managed to capture it very well, especially compared to the 3D renditions we got of the Black Series Luke we're getting with the Rancor, if we get the Rancor. I do like this SH Figuarts Luke. It comes with a nice swoosh looking effect for the lightsaber, super cool. So yeah, I hope I can snag it. I don't really know how to snag these because like I said, I don't really collect them, and I've heard that you have to go through like certain retailers because it's through China and you got to pay import prices and all this other stuff. So I have to do some research before this goes on to pre-order, and where is the safest place to order and whatnot. So if you know anywhere safe and great to order SH Figuarts from, let me know down in the comments below, please. So last but certainly not least, we are going to once again talk about 5K toys. We went from never talking about them to kind of occasionally talking about them here on the channel now. So it's kind of nice to talk about other toy brands other than, Hasbro, Mattel, all the big names and whatnot, because there are some little toy companies out there that are still great. Not that 5K is little, because they do have a great following, but they post third-party figures and stuff. So this isn't like a mainstream. This isn't like Hasbro that has the license and everything. This is like generic figures. So they did solicit their pre-orders for their Leonardo, or I think it's their Winter Turtle Samurai figure. So if you're looking to add those figures, he just went up for pre-order. So go ahead and check him out. I'm still on the fence whether or not I'm gonna pre-order him, and I don't know yet. I'm thinking, because I did place my pre-order for the Deathstroke and the Joker, the Heath Ledger Joker, so I'm waiting to see those. And I'm not saying that they're gonna look bad. I'm just saying, I'm just waiting to see, because I don't know. Maybe I'll buy them. Maybe I'll pre-order them. I'll probably end up pre-ordering them. But anyways, guys, that is the news for this week. I hope you guys did enjoy this episode of Coffee and Toys. Thank you so much for joining me and taking time to listen to me. And I do hope you guys take the time to chime in and leave me comments down below, because that's the whole reason I started this channel and this podcast, was to communicate, discuss, and conversate with you guys and other great collectors like myself, that collect and whatnot. So leave me comments, leave me likes. I really do appreciate each and every single one of those, and each and every single one of you that just take the time out of your busy day to view my videos, regardless if you leave a like or a subscribe. It doesn't matter. Thank you so much. I really appreciate it. So with that being said, guys, please leave a like, share, comment, and subscribe. And of course, have a great fucking day. Alright guys, thank you so much for watching this week's episode of Coffee and Toys here on the Cool Figures channel. If you did enjoy it, please remember to hit that like button. That way I know you guys are enjoying the content that I put out, as well as helping the channel grow. And if you guys haven't already, please hit that subscribe button. It is a very small goal of mine to try to reach at least one new subscriber per new video that I put out. So please be my one new subscriber for this video. Thank you so much in advance. And if you guys subscribe, my videos will pop up on your feed for you, and you don't have to go searching for the Cool Figures channel. And even better yet, if you go ahead and hit that bell icon after you hit subscribe, they'll pop up in little notifications for you to see whenever I do upload a new video. But with that being said, guys, please, if you haven't already, follow me on Instagram at Cool Figures for my review pics. And I do have a separate Instagram account for my more thought out, planned out, more edited pics called Epic Shots by Cool Figures. Check it out. If you like what you see, leave me a follow there as well. And if you guys want to see the unboxing of any figures that I do reviews on for this channel, please check me out on TikTok at Cool Figures. That's where I do all my unboxings, because when I get a new toy, guys, I am like a child and I cannot wait to rip it open and play with it. So I don't have time to set up my YouTube studio, so I just film it on my phone real quick and upload it to TikTok. So check me out at Cool Figures. So once again, I just want to say thank you so much to this channel sponsor, V-Rare Store. Check them out for all your Funko Pop, anime, and Pokemon card needs. And of course, use code COOLFIGURES at checkout for 10% off your order. V-Rare Store, check them out, guys. So with that being said, guys, whether or not you're a subscriber, thank you so much for taking time out of your busy day to listen to me talk about toys. I really do appreciate it. As always, I'm your host, Jesse the Bat Madrigal, aka the Buff Collector. And I will talk to you guys in the next video.